Good evening, sons of Cain, you fucking Edomites. It is the 16th of February 2026. The world is controlled by pedophile elites. And Alex Jones admitted to being duped. My phone's on silent, but I'm still getting text messages. Okay, never mind. We'll get back to that later. Alex Jones. Got on there. Listen, I'll be honest. You know, I was wrong, and I'm rarely wrong on big things. But first thing I'm gonna do is come out and admit it, which he did. What a guy. Turns out the government lied about releasing Epstein files again. They were like, "No, we really did it this time." No, you didn't. Back on the whiskey, but I have a reason for it. I will rationalize my problems till the day I die, which will be because of my problems that are rationalized. I had a fucked up day today. I got the schedule all screwed around. I forgot I was doing things tomorrow that I was doing, so then I had to go do a little extra shopping after work. Decided to eat dinner before I showered and before I casted. So that's why this hot cast is getting a whiskey night. Because I just... Fuck me. Where did that come from? Didn't even feel that one coming on. Because I just can't look at two beers and put them down while I'm talking on a full stomach. Got to drink those on an empty stomach when I'm casting. So we're into the whiskey, which is good because I'm trying to kill this Evan Williams bottle, and that one's never going back on the shelf again. It's good enough to drink, but don't need to stock it, that's for sure. So I'm trying to kill this Evan Williams bottle. That's why I've got the whiskey tonight. One of the reasons. And there's another reason I cast before holy shit, trying to talk after you're done eating. Oh my goodness, this is not good. The world is controlled by pedophile elites. I screwed my entire weekend up. My time management was not good. I went to bed at 10 last night, did not make the gym this morning. Tomorrow morning, I have to go to the gym. Get back in time to prepare 3 racks of ribs. I'm smoking those at work. It's a monthly work thing where they go, "Hey, we got you a smoker because we heard that you could smoke things. So you're doing that for us every month. We'll buy whatever meat you want. You know, we'll just buy the meat and then you do it." So this month was ribs. So I got 3 racks of ribs there and thawing out already. I'm going to prepare them tomorrow morning. Should be able to get back here around 5:15. Strip off the back membrane, put a binder on there, get a good rub going on. I'm doing something unique. I've found that rib rubs are always on the sweet side, nearly, unless they say spicy. They're nearly, somebody always spices them or sweetens them up a little bit. So I found that using other rubs is better, even if it's if it's advertised for something else. Like there was a poultry rub that was amazing on pork butts. Can't remember what it was, but it was very good. So I found a prime rib rub at the local grocers. It's not a big branded name. It's a local one that they just mix themselves. They call it a prime rib rub, and I go, let's try it. Let's figure it out. I do sauce them usually afterwards with a slightly spicy one. It's usually a sweeter barbecue sauce, but I try not to go anything sweet, like a neutral. I don't know if that's a thing. Barbecue sauce, though, doesn't have to be sweet or spicy. There is a weird tang that you can just have with sauce. But I like a little spice on mine. But I want the rub to come through. A good rub will come through the sauce. So now I'm staring down the barrel of really getting to bed tonight because I got to be at the gym, get that done, get back by 5:15 so I can prep these ribs, be at work by 6, maybe 6:10 at latest. I got to be a little bit early to throw these on to get them timed right because they're big St. Louis. The smaller ones I can usually run for 5.5 straight and just easy money, it's done. But the St. Louis ones I like to possibly have some extra. You don't always need it, but it's good to have. And I'm talking really fast right now because I feel rushed because I think I have things to do. Relax. We're good. Settle in. I like to leave myself some time with the St. Louis since they're so much bigger. Sometimes they don't need it. They'll cook up just fine at 5.5, but if you need to go 6.5, it's better to have that extra hour and not be pushing yourself to 1:30 or 2 when everybody's trying to fucking eat. That whiskey's just the way to go right there. I mean, what are you going to do about it? Okay, so this weekend was a nothing weekend, I guess. I didn't do the stuff around the house that I wanted to. I didn't do anything outside of the house that I wanted to. I got to hang out with family though. That was fun. That was good. So that's always decent. The stuff I'm following online hasn't really changed. Unfortunately, the Olympics are seeping into my timeline. I'm trying to keep that out. Epstein seems to be weirdly flat. They're finding a few more things in the actual files there that are of note. It's more the same though. Things that seem to indicate the things that we all knew that were happening, but don't. The confirmations of it, they're going to hide all those things. The DOJ is not going to release things that flat out 100% you can prosecute on, or else they would have to come up with a reason why they're not prosecuting. All these things that have come out, the rational person looks at it and goes, oh yeah, this is going on. But when it comes to prosecutability, that's where I think it falls apart. I think that's where they've drawn the line and said, we're not releasing these things. Or else there would be real consequences for us not bringing charges on anybody. Who knows? Maybe they will. I don't know. No, I do know they're not going to. Everybody's going to get away with it scot-free. Obviously, what am I pretending to even? Oh, maybe the DOJ will bring some charges. No, they won't. They're not going to do shit. Listen to War Mode. Steve Bannon took over Q. I don't know who the original Q was, but he took over, so that's pretty cool. What a nightmare imagine looking at that dude, seeing the slobby fucking nature of him and being like, no, this dude's the real reason. He's the jackhammer behind this conservative movement. He really is America first. My goodness, this man right here, this is who we put our trust in. The dude that gets hammered every fucking morning, wears 2 shirts, 3 pens, and looks like he just crawled out of a sewer. And they're like, Trump's fine, but Steve Bannon is who we really need to run the country. It is a strange time to be alive, but then again, when has it never been a strange to live? The 60s? The 60s were wild. The 70s were wild. Imagine getting to the end of the 60s and then into the 70s. And you go, oh, everybody I know is doing brain-altering drugs with not a care in the world. And being sponsored by their parents doing it. The fucking hippies didn't have jobs. How do you live? Oh, you just buy the human spirit, man. They really get you. They just fucking... all these people, they're so kind. They just hand out food for you, man. They understand. No, you had rich parents who worked for Raytheon, obviously. What are you talking about? That was a weird time, too. The 80s? Berlin Wall. Yep. So you were still Cold War era there. 90s, black people got famous. Hey, interesting times, right? We didn't say good or bad. We just said interesting. These are interesting times within which we live. Black people getting famous? Interesting times. What are you going to say? I don't know if I've spoken about this before. I think I have, how I abandoned my abandon humanity cause. I have abandoned the cause to abandon humanity. I am becoming more and more convinced that that is a psychological operation from probably the devil when you get to the ultimate top, but also the, what do you want to call them? The globalists? Sure, the globalists. That's fine. We'll take Alice Jones' term. The people behind the deep state, the people behind the scenes. I think I've had conversations about this. This isn't off the dome. I've had conversations with some of my brothers about this. But it seems like there's multiple operations. They're probably all in one. I see them as multiple, as slightly different. But one of the ones that I see is a very simple way to have any dissenters weeded out from your mass hypnosis, your crowd control, your whatever you want to call the act of making a country's inhabitants docile. Think about it. You got 330 million people in this country, and largely they just go along with whatever. But we'll get into where they disagree. That's another part of this, which is, in my mind is another part of this. But if you can probably draw the parallels and it's all one thing, but I don't know. I can't fully integrate them in my stupid brain. So I have this weird feeling that the notion to abandon society, and the catchphrase, the refrain is always, oh, you just go get a cabin in the woods, man. Just get off grid. Just go get a cabin in the woods. Get you a family. Get you a cabin in the compound, man. Get some of your friends together. Just compound out. Just go. Just get off grid. That's the only answer, man. Just get off grid. I think that in itself is not a natural inclination. I think that one is mind control. And my only reasoning for it is I only thought of that after being introduced. Like, that was never a thing growing up that I had the inclination towards. It was never growing up being like, oh, get off grid. What am I doing here? What am I doing around society? This isn't what I should be doing. It was only when I got around the political sphere and started paying attention to politics that I started going, oh, I should get out of here. We got to leave. That's the only answer. I'm wondering if that is a deep state globalist devil psyop to self-banish people that don't want to go along. Anybody who starts to wake up, they self-banish. They just go, oh, I'm going to get the hell out of here. What a great thing to do. That helps everybody out. And then this goes to tie in. I can't get any of this shit straight in my fucking head. I know kind of what's going on, but trying to articulate it and get it out, it's just all over the place. So there's the self-banishing of any dissenters, but they think it's their own brain telling them to do it. But I'm suspecting now that it's a psychological operation to make it seem like you were the one to come up with that. But you're self-banishing yourself from the system that is being controlled. How does that help the system, or how does that help the people in that system? You're not doing shit for them. You're just leaving them to still be controlled. Which then goes into, I guess this is the only way I know how to draw these parallels. There's got to be better ways, but the only one that I know is, how are these people then being controlled? And it's very simple. I am controlled. I'm very controlled. I believe, and I'll use these terms liberal and conservative just out of necessity. I believe that humans do have natural inclinations, and those inclinations are probably roughly conservative or liberal in nature. A lot of middle, but, leanings one way or the other. And as someone who identifies their natural leaning as conservative, it was very fortuitous. I said, oh my goodness, I like to conserve things. I'm more of a foot covering the brake. Let's look at all this before we actually dive into these things. Let's hang on. Let's figure this out. I don't know. I'm not just out here just going gangbusters. Wouldn't you know it? There's a political movement in the country that I grew up in called conservatism. Conservatism. I missed a few letters there. Republican, conservative, right wing. It's all those things. That's what I am. And then you take the jacket and you put it on. And then you go, let me start reach around the pockets on this little jacket here. Let's figure, oh yeah, I believe in that. Yeah. And then you start pulling other things out and you go, wait, this isn't what I fucking believe. I don't buy this for a fucking second. What is this bullshit? Warmongering? I don't believe in this shit. I don't think this is conservative at all. And then you look at the liberals. You have people that probably lean somewhat liberal. There's a party for them. Look at that, the Democrats. Incredible. Put on that jacket. They go crazy. But let's not pretend like the right doesn't have people that go crazy too. We got these lunatic MAGA retards. You got the lefty blue hairs. They are the people that buy into the identity prepared for them. And you don't have to be that far gone, but look at the boomer Democrats. They're standard run-of-the-mill Democrats. But if you talk to them, they're like, bloodthirsty, war-hungry. This is really who you guys were growing up. Like, this isn't an identity prepared for you that you decided to take on based on the advertised values of this identity, which is very different from what is actually the in the jacket that you're putting on. The advertisement is, I'm conservative, you're conservative. Let's all be conservative together. And you find out conservative means sponsoring other countries using your own taxpayers' money. What? I didn't sign up for that shit. And what I'm saying here is that, I believe, is the method of crowd control, if you will, or a large part of the method is creating identities for people that, to some extent, they already identify with. You get a certain 25% of it, or maybe even 40% of it sometimes. And you go, here, look, this is what we are. This is what you are. Get in here. And then what you do is you just turn them towards each other and go, these are the only things that are here. Clearly, these people chose this. You chose this. They are now your enemy. And this isn't anything new. Everybody's saying that they're just trying to pit us together or pit us against each other. That part's not new. I don't know if any of this part is new or any part of this is new, but as a whole, I'm coming up with something. I'm not saying I'm starting to grasp the system. I'm coming up with an explanation of the system. And I think the method of crowd control is to present a home for people that they willingly walk into. I think if people didn't have that identity, not that political identity, you say if people don't have identity, then we have nothing. Correct. You have to have some identity. I think having the political identity be the mainstay, the most prominent one, I think that is a great method of crowd control. Because, and then this is the other point to that whole thing. People then draw the conclusion that left and right are two wings of the same bird. They're the same thing. They're one system. The left and the right are actually going in the same direction. They're motoring towards the demise of us all. which I agree. But what are the left and the right? It's not the people. This is what we have to understand. It's not the people. The people are not the left and the right. The left and the right was two jackets created by the globalist devil deep state people. So when you abandon the left and the right, that doesn't mean abandon the people. That's what they want you to believe. That's what the globalists want you to believe. They go, look at all these people talking about abandoning the left and the right. You just do away with it? What are you talking about? Look at all these millions of people that are a part of this. What are you talking about? You can't abandon the left and the right. It's like, listen, fuckface, that's not what it means. Abandoning the left and the right means killing the fucking oligarchs on top of all this who have created these jackets for people to fit in. You kill those things, you're not attacking the people. The people have just accepted these sides, these jackets, these identities that you have created for them. That's what you don't understand. The people are putting these things on as they're created for them. They are not the creation of these things. So abandoning the left and the right as a political system, not as an intrinsic value system, because I believe people will lean their left, as we say, left and right on their own. As the political system, left and right, that has to be abolished in the minds of the people, not in legislation. That's the thing. You can't out-legislate yourself from this because the deep state, the globalists, they have created this whole system using legislation. They're not more than us in number. They are few in number. So to crowd control, you must legislate and then use crowd control tactics to convince the people that conforming to legislation is the only way to live. Okay. Now I'm trying to get through this. It's been a few days since I've talking to everybody about this, so I'm trying to pull all the points back. That's right. So the globalists created this whole thing using legislation. You, as a pawn in the identity created for you, left and right, can't out-legislate yourself away from it because the system has firm limits on either side. They only let you go so far. So it's like, how do you, okay. It's like getting into a multiplayer, online multiplayer game, MMORPG or something like that. All right. And then getting into your player and trying to hack the actual game developer using your player. Like you're going around all these made up towns and shit. And you're talking to people and you're trying to gain information. And you're like, we're going to get out of this thing. I'm going to do it eventually. It's like, dude, you're in their game. You have to be outside of the system to hack the system. So you can't legislate yourself out of control of the people who created the system that you're using. What? You know, like we're going to vote for Republicans who are then going to legislate the demise of the people that put them in charge. Sure, yeah, that's what's going to happen. We're going to legislate our way out of this, even though our own legislation was created by the people that we're trying to touch. So, but then what is the other answer? People try to, I don't know what it is. It's pop off too early. You get this thing where people will become, I hate this term, but I'll use it because it works. They get woke. They become awakened to the reality. What do? Immediately pop off. They go, what we're doing is wrong. Therefore, right now I will do what I believe is right. All the way. Stop paying taxes. Go start to try to fuck up government buildings. Go protest outside. Basically putting themselves out there. Putting their heads up. What happens? They get blown off. There's a few thousand, maybe many of thousands, but thousands of the deep state, of the oligarchs, of the globalists, right? You're sitting there going, well, they can't take on us, the people, 330 million. You're right. So why did you stick your fucking head up being one person? The few thousands that have control of the governments and the police systems and the militaries, one person is no problem for them. Obviously, they're going to wipe you out. You are, again, just like the people that sit there and look at the system and go, look at these fucking lefties. If there's that many lefties in this country, I'm just going into the woods. It's like the lefties have just put on a jacket created for them, just like you, a righty, put on a jacket created for you. You're looking at the people and going, this is the problem. No. The people have been duped. They have put on an identity that was created for them. The real issue is up there at the top. But just like when you go, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go, banish myself to the woods. It takes care of the globalist problem. They don't have to deal with you. Just like doing that, poking your head up and going, I'm not paying taxes anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. It also takes care of their problem because they can identify exactly who the dissenters are. And since you didn't get the majority of the country first, you're just one person. Very easy to deal with. You pose no threat. And you identified yourself to them. You went, here I am. Look at me. I'm the one you need to focus on. Get me out of here. Get the IRS to come seize all my assets and put me in prison for not paying taxes. And if you get nabbed by the IRS, you're just going to stay in prison forever. They can do some weird things with the judges and things like that. So that's not the answer. You can't isolate yourself, put a target on your head, go walk up to the government and go, hey, I'm going to disagree with the things you're doing. You might as well take me out right now. They're going to, obviously. So what is the answer? Well, it's black pill, obviously. Forget about it. Just cry, watch a bunch of porn, you jerk yourself off 3 times a fucking day. That'll relax your brain. You won't think about anything. Okay, now we need to do entertainment. Okay, we're going to listen to things all fucking day long. We're going to do music. We're going to do podcasts. We're going to do live shows like sports talk. Yeah, we're going to do sports talk shows. Okay, after work, we're going to do network television. There's a bunch of them. They're pretty easy to find because they all have one word descriptors. No, not one word descriptors, one word names. They have one word names, sometimes 2. And then they make their own universes. You got Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. Good. You get to watch all those things. And then sometimes they interact with each other. Oh my goodness. Obviously, that's not the fucking answer. We're not blackpilling. I've tried. I try a bunch. I tried a black pill. My body rejects it. I'm created to work. I've told you this before. I'm built for this shit. I just wake up in the morning and go, I got shit to do. Let's fucking go. I was black-pilled last night. Now it is morning. I go. So, the answer is not to paint yourself fluorescent yellow and go, I'm a problem for the government. Look at me. I'm a problem. Come deal with me. The answer is those rascally little fucking people that not accidentally probably, but somewhat unknowingly put on those jackets of identity that were created for them. That's the thing. What is the biggest source of pain in your life? People, mostly. You see it online. These people are what's wrong with the country. This person is a bad person. You got to deal. Look at this. Trust no one around you, okay? You are all you can rely on. Everybody else is poisonous and out to get you. What does that do? It fucking isolates you in a crowd of people. The answer has been in front of me the whole time. I didn't see it because I am a fucking brain dead retard that loves to be brainwashed. I love some good indoctrination. I'm a slave. I do my job. I go, this is what my job is. I do it. This is what they say I should do. I will do that. I'm so fucking, I'm just a brain dead little retard. So the indoctrination worked on me very well. And what was it? Don't talk to people. Don't interact with people. Isolate yourself as much. If I was financially able, dude, I wouldn't have a single neighbor. I would be out of here. Fine, if you want to get a ranch or something like that and get some acreage, great, good. That is good things. But the fact that you're just looking at people and going, get away from me. You are the source of my problems. No, the globalists are identifying what can take them down and constantly, 24/7, they are messaging that is the reason that the common people are where they are. What is the reason? Well, according to them, it's all the people that aren't you. It's all the people that aren't like you. It's all the people that aren't exact, and not even just similar to, that aren't exactly like you. What's the answer? I don't fully know. And the little bit I do know is painful. I don't want to do it. It's acknowledging that those people, those pesky blue hairs that you hate so much, the genderqueer, we're not going to get into all the descriptors of the people that I used to hate and still definitely do hate, and it's going to be a long journey. You have to correctly acknowledge that they are or were a somewhat rational person who saw a jacket that they identified with or thought they identified with and put it on, and now they accidentally believed everything, or they haven't bothered to check what's going on. They just go, I was leaning over here. This one says that it fit me. Now I'm just here. I don't know how I got all the way over here, but that's where I was going. So I just must have got there faster, which is a good thing in their eyes, left or right. Somebody who's leaning right in 2016 puts it on. Now all of a sudden we're MAGAs. We're all behind. We're Trump only. Trump, yes, only Trump. Nobody else. How did I get here? I don't know. I got here faster than everybody else, though, so that must be a good thing. No, that's a fucking identity created for you. You have to identify. You have to acknowledge that these people that you do not like, left or right, may still possibly hold rationale outside of their identity. And if you can break through to them and get them to see that what they're putting on isn't totally, if you just go, what you're doing is totally fake. If you can somehow speak to them and possibly show them areas where they may not fully identify with the jacket that they've put on, they may realize how much of that they don't actually identify with. And it was just put upon them and they were brainwashed by it. This is a harsh way of, I didn't mean to come off like, gotta help them identify that they're a bunch of retards. I guess it's more, you need to be more comfortable with connecting to people wherever they are, because you need to acknowledge that they were once rational and only through a slippery slope became what they are today. But there is hope that they can come back to, and you're not trying to get anybody to center. I'm not trying to get anybody to slight right or slight left. I'm getting them to come back to what they were when they became aware of politics. When they became aware, they probably had certain leanings. You just kind of they probably looked at the left, leaned left, and went, "Oh, that's." They kind of say things that I agree with, and then the more they got in, they went, "Oh, well, I guess to be over here, you don't just believe things. Action must be taken. Now I must be at least. Oh, I got to be an ally. You got to do this. So I got to be an ally to all of these people, and then that's." Oh my goodness. Just smacking dude, what a fucking moron. How can you be this fucking stupid? I do not understand, but I do it. I can do it. That's going to sound great. Just acknowledging that they were once rational, and not all of them will be able to return, but there's a possibility that enough of them, right and left, need to come back to whatever they were before. The rational level, not necessarily where they were politically. If you want to go left to right, cool. But the rational side of seeing reason and acknowledging that you can't have a strictly complete, imagine a completely conservative right country. Imagine the art that would come out of that fucking thing. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now, do we need trannies dancing with little kids? No. We need some lefties though. Just some, you gotta be on the left side to make good art. You do. You gotta be left of center. I don't know how much. And I'm going to say right now, I vehemently detest how far left the left has gone. But do I want everybody to come back to right of center? No. Dog shit art. Terrible art. Come back to near the left. Come back to rationale. But you can't demonize the people. That's where it comes from. You can demonize the ideology. Absolutely. Because it was created by the globalists. Ultimately, all of the horrible ideologies on both sides were created by the globalists. So you can hate that all you want. Look for the humanity. Look. That's what they're trying to hide from you. That's what they're trying to get you to demonize. The ideology is correct, is what they are preaching. They're preaching that the ideology is correct. The people are what's the problem. The people. No. The people are what we need to realize. That's what life is. That's what countries are, is the people. The ideology without people isn't a country. There's nothing there. But the people are what are dangerous to the globalists. If you just awaken the people, the masses, they have to... how do I put this? If you can get the vast majority of, say, this country to become awake and look around and you just go, we're not going to agree on everything, but whatever's going on here, this is messed up. We know how to actually live with each other. That's what we're going to do. They will be forced to change legislation to match the people. That's ultimately what we have to do, is wake the people up enough that they are rational enough to then come together as people. People can naturally come together. That is possible for them. And if you wake them up enough to realize that we're not the demons and they're not the demons, like the globalists are preaching, they're preaching that the right and the left are the demons to each other. That's what they're doing. They're teaching the left that the right's demons, they're teaching the right the left's demons. What does that mean for us? That means you have to look at everybody as humans and try to wake them up to realize their own humanity and everybody else's. Once that happens, humans can naturally connect. They know how to do it. And what will happen then? What has to happen? You can't legislate your way out of it, but the ruling powers, when a vast majority of people are connected together, either they just disappear or they change their legislation just to match the country. That's the only way out of this. So if we come together, this is no overnight thing. This is no 6-month thing. This is no 10-year thing. This is a thing that you just have to change your mindset. And then going forward, this is very tough for me. On the road, in the gym, at the grocery store, everywhere you go, you have to start looking at people as if they are people. Once you do that, then you will be able to speak to them as people. And you will be able to communicate your ideas. And you may be able to articulate I don't even know it doesn't have a name. It's just seeing the humanity in people. That's the only thing I'm trying to articulate to other people, is that it needs to be a grassroots spread through the nation type of thing, where you go, the political identity does not matter. You have innate leanings that you could distinguish as politically left or right, but you are not the identity of left and of right. That was put on you. You need to wake up, shove off Republican, shove off Democrat, shove off Libertarian, shove off all these other things. Ultimately human, ultimately American, and then you will naturally connect, as humans are very good at doing. Will we connect along racial borders? Probably. There may be some very maybe segregated. There may be some segregation there, but humans know how to connect. Whatever humanity does from there, that's going to be more natural than any of this. This is purely fabricated. But you have to shove off the globalist creations that we are living in. You cannot, and the people, who am I talking about? The people. Whenever I discuss these ideas with people, my family, they rightly point out that the arguments are going to be, well, yeah, but don't you agree that, the world is better when this person is in power of this country? And I go, yeah, but that's created that way. It's created to have some sway in there. It's created to have sway to the left and sway to the right, where each right and left will agree that their side is slightly better than the right. And they'll go, now we're not perfect, but we're better than the other people. What does that do? It keeps you on a 4 or 8 year or 12 year bounce from left to right, because you're trying to wrestle just a little bit better back from the other people. Well, you guys had it for a while where you guys thought it was better, but I've been sitting here for 8 years thinking it was terrible. So now I need control, and we'll really show you how it's done. Does it actually get better? No. It gets some things. Some things improve, and then you point to those very few things and go, see, it's better. Meanwhile, the rest of everything has been getting worse and worse through both the left and the right administrations. It keeps on it keeps on dropping. It just keeps on. It's just entropy. It just decays. But they prop up 3 or 4 metrics in there, and they go, see, when the right has it, this is good. Oh, no, it's when the left has it, these things are good. And they go, see, it is a little bit better when the left has it. No, it's a bit better when the right has it. 90% of the metrics are just going downhill, 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 downhill. Because they have it. They have the left and right encased. You can't break out of the left and right. You can just bounce in between the walls that they have set up there. I don't know how to explain it any further, and I don't think I want to. Ultimately, it's from a person who hates people, who is very antisocial, who was very introverted. I, much to my dismay, have come to the realization that those people are the answer to any sort of change in this country. It cannot be legislated into the country. It cannot be, politicians. You can't rely on the politicians to change the country and then people will get better. You have to speak to the people around you who you despise, but the way that you get over that is identifying that you're, I can't think of the word for despise. What's the other despise? We got to think. Despise. I'm gonna lose all my detest, hate, love. Yeah. Usage. Feel contempt, repugnance. I'm right there. I'm trying to find the other. How do you say it in a different tense? I don't know how to. Despise tense. What? Despising is despising? Sure, why not? Okay, let's get back to this. Let's try to explain this again. I'm pretty sure I've scrambled up my brain completely, and I don't think I can get back there, but something along the lines of introvert, don't like to talk to people. And then well, you go, well, it's easy to say that the answer is just to, go speak to people. Look at that. My mind has changed. I'm just going to go speak to people now. No. The mindset is your acknowledgement that your despisal, we're going to say that, of these people, the testing that you have, find a good word. How can I not? Oh, the loathing. Okay, let's go with that because I know how to say that properly in the tense that I'm looking for. Is acknowledging that the loathing you feel for people as a whole is fabricated by the globalists, by the elites, by the pedophile elites. That loathing is from the pedophile elites, and I will be damned if I continue loathing people because the pedophile elites have conditioned me to do that. That's where my mind, full introvert, full hating people, could not stand go to the gym whenever there's the least amount of people there. I'm still going to go in the morning because time-wise, going in the afternoon would take way too long. The morning I can get out of there in half an hour, 45 minutes easy. Afternoon will be hour and a half, maybe at the earliest. But all of these things, not making eye contact with anybody at the grocery store, not making eye contact with anybody in public, refusing to look at them, speak to them, whatever. The way I get over that is going, the pedophile elites have conditioned you to do that. The correct answer is to look at them as humans, interact with them as humans, and then hopefully speak to enough people that the message can spread that the people, even the ones you hate, are the answer to getting ourselves out of the prison that the globalists have imposed upon us, which is the political system. The left and the right political system is the cage within which we bounce around at. And the only answer to get out of it is not legislation. It's just talking to the people around you and getting them to ignore the system. Either they legislate to map the new identity of the people, or they abandon. Either one works. Okay, well, my wrapping up of that whole, I don't know, you can't even call it I don't know what you'd call that. It was not concise. It was not literate even. And then I laid out all these things which I didn't think were, I can't connect very well. And then I was like, well, I should try at the very end to go, here's essentially what this is in plain terms. And I couldn't think of any words, how to use despise in a different tense than just despise or despised. That was really good. Yep, I'm sure everybody understood that. No worries. So anyway, that was kind of where I was at with my family this weekend, talking about, unfortunately, people are the answer, and then I have to put away my loathing for them. It's going to be very hard. I'm not going to be able to do it right away. I have a habit of just looking at people and scowling. Get away from me. You're the reason why my problems are what they are. You're the reason I was born into this generation and it's shit. You fucked up my generation. Other people had good generations. Not me. Nope. The money to house to living ratio, bad. And it's because of you. It's like, dude, I told you I was a perfect candidate for brainwashing. They fucking got me good. It was so easy. I don't even think they struggled to get me. have to change. You gotta figure it out. Whiskey helps. Going to the bar helps. Yes, sir. Get out there. Go to the golf simulators. Those things fucking rule, dude. All right. So try to go 10 more minutes. Get off political topic a little bit, I think. As much fun as that was, it's very hard to re-articulate things that were multiple people conversating at once and then go, now I will be one person and I will say all of it. I only had to be like a third of the conversation. Now I had to do all of it. That's a tough task for a retard. Okay. What else is going on? Sports are dead. The NBA is going on. I don't care about that. The NHL. It's probably on pause right now for the Olympics. Yeah, the NHL's just advertising the Olympics, and I can't stand the Olympics, so, yep, sports are dead. Baseball is coming back. Get spring training here pretty soon. Yankees are going to suck again. They're making me think we have a good pitcher, but who knows? Music, no good music has come out lately that I know of. I'm not very on top of new releases, though, because I think that most of the popular artists out there are dog shit. Movies. There will never be a good movie made again. That is my solemn promise. And if you find one, send it to me. I will tell you I'm wrong in person. What have I been doing? Not much. Unfortunately. I'm going to get back in the gym tomorrow. Gotta keep on going. I don't feel sick. I cough occasionally in the morning. It really fucking did. And I don't know what they're putting in the water, but that one got me good this winter. Back at the gym tomorrow. Raw dogging it. No headphones as usual. It's kind of lovely because I used to drive to the gym. And on the way there, sometimes I'd just turn everything off and I'd be driving in silence, just listen to the engine. It's amazing. And then you get to the gym and I started going, oh, what am I listening to? What I got? Wouldn't get out until I had something to listen to. And then you get in there. This isn't right for leg day. That's not. And you're just sitting there scrolling on your phone. I was driving to the gym last week. And my thoughts were really good. And I couldn't tell you what they were. I don't remember. But they were moving on their own, which is a very good sign for me. I don't know if you've had this problem or not, but sometimes you sit there in silence and you go, oh boy, my brain doesn't do a fucking thing. This one was good. I woke up at 4, got on the road at 4:12, 4:13, pulling into the gym about 4:25, 4:26, and I was sitting there going, oh shit, I'm at the gym now. I was having a good brain day. My brain was flowing. I was kind of flitting between what I had for work that day, topics that I'd heard the other day, political things, historical things. It's just kind of bouncing around. No real train of thought, just working. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm here. I was like, wait, what? It's not over. I don't listen to anything in the gym anymore. I'm gonna keep on thinking. My brain's just going to go. And it did. 30 minutes on a treadmill. Went by like 10 minutes. It was amazing. And then, you know what I did? Wasn't done thinking. Go, well, I'm done with my workout now. I haven't started lifting yet. I've just been doing cardio. Just increasing the slope, the incline, and increasing the speed up to 3.5 at a 12 incline. Probably going to stop about there. Sometimes I go to 16, but 12 to 16 incline, 3.5, good to go. 30 minutes, pouring sweat because I'm a retard that doesn't do cardio very often. So we're getting that groundwork done where cardio is just a non-negotiable. I will reward myself with lifting. I will let myself lift again when cardio is just there as the bedrock. But then I get done with my cardio and I'm getting ready to leave and I go, shit, I'm fucking done. That was great. I was standing there, walking on the treadmill, thinking, good. And then I go, what? I got to drive back home. I don't have to go to work yet. I got to drive back home. Silent drive back home. Sun's not up. Nobody's on the fucking road. Good times. Looking forward to that tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. Now, I say that and I'm going to wake up and my brain's going to be dead and I'm going to have a dead drive, a dead workout and a dead drive back. And I'm going to curse myself for hyping it up, but I don't know. I think my brain might work. I think it might work tomorrow. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep and pray that it does. And that I'll have good thoughts and then I can speak about things tomorrow night on the cast, which will be hopefully before I eat. This post eating thing is a little bit rough. What do I do now? Finish the podcast, upload it, and then go straight to bed. I don't get up, stretch my legs, go create some food, throw a steak in a frying pan, potatoes, eggs. Oh my goodness. Kind of wander around. Don't turn on the TV. Let that one stay blank. Smell all the food as it's cooking. Relaxing after speaking for an hour straight, which is still astounding to me. I used to say about 17 words every month. So speaking for an hour straight, four times a week, sometimes 5 if the Beat Ups Friday works. It's not going to work this week. I got babysitting to do on Friday through Sunday, so no cast Friday for sure. But 4 days a week, 1 hour yapping, who would have thought? Not me. But this is who I have to become. I've got to be someone who can speak to other people because I have identified that the pedophile elites don't want me to. And I will not do what they do not want me to, or not, no, hang on. I will not do what the pedophile elites want me to do. That's what it is. Gotta progress the movement. Got to wake people up. Got to let them know that the people are the answer. The humans in the country are the answer. Not the legislation, not their politicians. Forget your congressman, forget your senator, who cares? The people are the answer. You're going to have good gas prices, you're going to have bad ones. You're going to have terrible mortgages, you're going to have decent ones. It will fluctuate. It will blow with the wind. That's not the answer. The people who have been duped to hold their identity above their humanity are the actual answer. As much as you don't want to believe it, as much as you go, they chose to hold their identity above their humanity, then fuck them. Nope. You got to break them out of it. You got to wake them up. You got to explain it. Learn how to explain it to them. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't know how to explain it to anybody. Listening back to this, I'm sure I couldn't explain it to myself. But there's a reason why this has gone out to nobody. I'm learning. What do you think about that? You can throw it away. This can be essentially a throwaway, but I did speak here for an hour. That's progress. I will get better. What a great way to do it. What a fantastic idea. Only one of the good ones I've ever had in my life. One of the only good ones I've ever had in my life. I don't know how to speak still. I am a couple drinks of whiskey in. That's my excuse. I've listened to fewer and fewer comedians this year. Not on purpose. Naturally just fell away. I'm not upset about it. Kind of thankful that the comedy sphere as a whole has kind of declined. I have a lot more time on my hands to do what I think is more productive things. now that the comedy scene has become oversaturated and bloated with bullshit. Matt and Shane still listen to them. War Mode, still listen to them. War Mode's not even comedy. They are just fucking real boys. But I used to listen to other comedy podcasts that I'm ashamed to even name right now. So the fact that I don't even give a fuck about them, it's a load off my shoulders. It's amazing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I don't want to fully banish comedy though from my life. What a terrible life that is. That's that whole stripping your humanity away until you become human thing that I fucking hate about what I used to believe in, and still in my core probably am holding on to some part of that. I know, because every time I'm researching something new on my phone, I shouldn't be on my phone right now. It's like, dude, this is a great tool. You're researching something that you didn't know before. You're looking into a wing of the government or deeds of the government that you never knew before. This right here is a good thing. The doom scrolling, the endless, mindless bullshit, that's the bad thing. But we want to lump it all together and go, if the doom scrolling's bad, then the research must be bad too. And it's like, fuck off. I'm talking to myself. Fuck off, you fucking retard. You can't strip away your humanity to become human. That's not fucking possible. But anyway, most of the comedy has fallen away, which is good. Keep the stuff that's essential, that's actually funny, that you enjoy, that is not brain rot. Good to go. Well, we went all over the place there. I don't think I spoke coherently through the entire thing. I don't know. I should stop doing fucking scripted endings to these things. Not even scripted, just fucking... Well, now here we are at the end. And with that, goodbye.